This is Boost, and we start a new program on Monday the 8th. It's the KS3, the Kickstart 3, which is kind of the latest iteration of my Kickstart program. It's kind of grown in scope and what we aim to achieve with it over the last few years that I've been doing this for. And the program itself is 12 weeks long now. So we start on Monday, it's 12 weeks. And I look at it as being a kind of a fairly comprehensive well-being program, but not just telling you what to do, the eat this, don't eat that, move like this, don't move like that, stretch here, don't stretch there. There is that element. There's obviously the guidance and showing you some of the things that I know work, and over the 15 odd years I've been doing this have seemed to work pretty consistently for most people. But more importantly than that, it's got all the mindset stuff in there as well that we talk about so often: the voice in your head, self-sabotage, emotional eating, kind of the negative voice, all of these things that nobody is immune to. But what I have created with the program is a system with which you can start to understand what's actually going on. So it's not just something that's happening to you, it's happening within you, and then you're able to understand it and then start making some gradual changes. And that's the big thing really with the program. It's a holistic well-being program. So it's not just about weight loss, it's not just about getting fitter. You know, you may well already have some good diet habits in place, you may already have some good exercise habits in place, and this is about trying to bring you around and make it into something that is sustainable, something that you feel is working for you, and it's not always going to be the same solution for everybody. So here we go. We've got 3 phases essentially, and within each phase there's 28 days. It's 4 weeks for each of the phases, and we're going to go through building up over a period of time. So each week you'll get a number of emails, sort of 5 emails during the week, and then a summary on the Sunday, and then we do a bit of a planning and intention setting session on the Sunday, and then we repeat with the next phase, the next part of the program the following week. So we look at eating, nutrition, mindful eating, and I talk about brain set quite a lot as well, which is sort of mindset, but really more about how the brain works. So we look at how the brain, because the emotional part of your brain interacts with the more logical part that we set our goals with, and why sometimes we find ourselves doing things that don't really make sense. So part of the intention of this program is to help you understand what's actually happening, that it's perfectly normal, and then how to cut in on that process and make some changes that aren't just changes, but actually become transformations. So we look through, and you can kind of pause this vid if you want to and see some of the titles here. But behind each of these, we have a video. So actually you'll get an email every day as well, and the email will be repeated on here. So this is the very first email. It's like a bit of a quick start guide. This is just to get things off the ground. This is how you start. It's a 12-minute long video, and you can download the MP3 if you want to. And there's also a set of notes that you can download as well. Now, I know from having done this a few times around with people that sometimes you're not going to get a chance to watch a video every single day. So there's only 3 videos in the week. Then on Saturday, there's a summary. So every Saturday is the Saturday summary, and it is just a really brief recap of the week. And I recommend, even if you've kept up with the program, that you still do the Saturday summary, because it's a really nice reminder of what we've been through, and the repetition is absolutely key with this. So you can see things on a second pass, and then you get to really properly understand the material, and you actually start to apply it. And I'd actually much rather you applied just 10% of what I tell you and what I teach you. If you apply 10%, is way better than trying to read and listen to and understand 100%, but do nothing with it. So it really is about implementation, it's about taking action. This is a 100% an implementation program, and I keep on encouraging you to do that. So that's the first phase. So phase 1 is all about kind of setting the foundations. When we move into phase 2, it's much more about transformation. So here we're starting to make some of these changes more permanent. You've been going for 4 weeks by this point. We look at things like the self-talk. When willpower might be starting to wane a little bit, you might be, less enthusiastic. That tends to happen towards the end of January into February than you are at the beginning of the year. So we look at shoring up some of the things like self-talk. We look at your nervous system as well, and how to kind of activate the part of the nervous system that keeps you feeling rested and in that rest and digest state, rather than the constant stress of fight and flight. Importance of connection and community. Beliefs is a huge section here on belief work. A few of you joined me especially for the Belief Project probably a couple of months ago now. We look at how to upgrade those beliefs about yourself and about the world around you and how everything works. And again, summarized on the Saturdays, meal planning, where mindfulness, intermittent fasting. So this is the transformation phase, but we still introduce some new concepts and new topics. Intermittent fasting is one of them. Gratitude, a real biggie for me. I love the idea of just getting more gratitude into your life and becoming more grateful, not just after the event, but actually in the moment. It makes you more mindful, makes you more present, and essentially gives you a happier life. Productivity tips, productivity clarity, dealing with setbacks. This is what phase 2, the transformation phase, is all about. And then we move into the third phase, the progression phase, which really is designed to kind of circle around, go back over some of the topics and things we learned about in the first 2 phases, and start reimagining them, looking at them with the different experiences that you have, and the different perspectives that you have. So looking at resilience, your ability to kind of bounce back from setbacks, from things that don't go your way, resistance and tuning into overwhelm. Alcohol, big piece on alcohol here, because I know that's a struggle for many people. It's how much alcohol you drink. Values is a whole piece on listing of values, a whole week's worth where we go through that. More about planning, addiction, vulnerability, and then into a sort of a number of standalone pieces based on some of the other things that I found to be very, very effective and have used in my coaching with when I've been working with clients. And obviously we've been running this since last summer as well. So plenty in there. This is, as I said, it's not just the quick, here you go, in and out, shake it all about, do a quick detox, cleanse. It's not about that. There is an element of that as well if you need it, because we go through that in the quick start guide. How do you just get going, start making some changes right away? But really, I want you to look at this as being something that is going to be with you for a long time. It's going to transform. It's literally going to change the way you are, the way you think about things. And we do that by helping you understand some of the thoughts that you have, thinking about your thinking, thinking a little bit more and understanding a bit more about the behaviors that you have and the emotions that you experience, and then taking more control of that. So you're not at the whim of your emotions as to what you're eating and whether or not you're exercising and how happy you feel. You get to decide a little bit more as to how you how you show up in life and how you experience yourself and how you experience life and how other people experience you in your life as well. It's pretty much taken everything from my coaching program, my one-to-one premium coaching program, and brought all of the same techniques and tools and resources into this online format. It's not just I will be sending you emails, and of course you can respond to emails if there's a question you have or something that doesn't really make sense to you. Happy to engage one-to-one. But also the Facebook community is absolutely phenomenal for that as well. We'll be putting up a post a week to discuss what we've talked about during the course of the week, so we can sort of get a bit more of an idea of the hive mind, what other people are experiencing, what other people have taken from that material, from that the lessons that they've taken, and how they're going to apply it. Because ultimately, that's what it's about. It's how you apply it is most important. So we start on the 12th. I did put the link up to where the registration is earlier on. It's 170 quid, but you can do it in 2 installments, £85 now and then a month later the same. Best thing to do is just to send me a message. You can post in here if you want to, post a comment if you want to on this post. But send me a message if you want to ask me any questions about it. We get going in like 4 days' time. What is it today? It's Thursday today, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll be sending out the first prelim stuff on Sunday night. So you really want to jump on this ASAP if it is something that you think is going to be of benefit to you. Hopefully that's given you a bit of a better idea as to what Boost is all about. I keep talking about it, kind of assuming this is it. This is my baby. This is what I've been working on for the last few years, and this is the latest iteration. And I'm fairly confident that it's going to have an impact on the way you live your life and what you can get out of your life as well. Hit me up if you've got any questions. Otherwise, guys, I will catch up with you very soon. Bye for now.